where you have to store your inventory. This is where you have to ship all of your products. You're paying for the shipping and all of these. FBA, 110% worth it, 10 times out of 10. Unless you want to be an employee of your business, then you should be doing FBA. When you create a successful business, you want to use leverage. And I don't mean leverage in terms of like cash, like, oh, let me leverage the bank's money, because you should not start this business on a loan or with debt or anything like that. I could not recommend that less. But you can also leverage other people's time instead of you spending time. And there was just a comment earlier, like, I've been breaking my back doing FBM shipping orders. Instead of you spending your energy, your time, your having space where you're storing stuff, have Amazon do that. The fee that they take this from somebody who's done multi 7 figures a year on Amazon. The fees are worth it. They really are. Now, where you hear a lot of people talk about like FBA fees are bad is usually the people who don't understand how to navigate this. Oh, here's a question. Here's one. FBA takes so much time. How to manage it, sir? It does not take so much time. I have over 50 plus products on Amazon right now, and I work about 4 to 6 hours a week on Amazon. Like today, I have a brand that probably has like 20-ish plus SKUs. It's not this one, it's a different one. Does little over 2 million in top line revenue every single year. I spent 1 hour today working on it, and then I will not touch that account until next week. What's the best tip you can give to start, Lunar? I know that seems like a basic tip. If you had a question like what's the best way to do product research or something like that, I would tell you, but just start. Learn the fundamentals. But a lot of people, I say that a lot, guys, and I hope nobody takes like offense, like I'm talking directly to anybody. A lot of the statements that I make are generalized, but a lot of people do, like, they'll sit and they spend so much time looking at information on the internet and let me learn this, let me learn that. They're learning step 10 and they haven't even started step 1. You just got to get it. You just got to go for it and take it step by step and put in the work. When I first started selling on Amazon, I didn't have everything figured out. Now I had mentors, my cousins, and they helped guide me and stuff like that. So I was very blessed in that regard, but I still didn't have every single step figured out. Every week, potentially every day, like once I launched, I was learning new things about the business. I didn't have to have every single thing figured out when I first took action to start. I sent my inventory 25 days ago, not live yet. Did you send it from your house or from overseas? Because if you sent it from overseas, it's going to take time for the shipping, especially if you did sea shipping, which is pretty standard. Which prep center would you recommend? I don't use a prep center. My manufacturer does everything. I also don't do arbitrage or private label. Or wholesale. Sorry, I do private label. Can I follow you and learn from you? Yeah, brother. Of course. That's why I do this. Hey, Luke, how many reviews do you get on average from Vine? 30 is max, but I don't think anyone gets it. I've gotten max all 30 Vine reviews before. Generally, I'll come out of Vine with anywhere from like 20, we'll call it 22 to 30 reviews. What's considered a private label? If you purchase a product on Alibaba, rebrand it, is that private label? Correct. How much longer do you see yourself doing this? Forever. Why would I ever stop Amazon when I have all of the skills and resources that I have and have accumulated over the last 7 years? Like, am I branching off into like a real estate now? Yes. Does that mean I'm going to abandon Amazon? No. Even if I sold every single one of my brands, got an offer that was just too hard to resist, what would I do? I would literally just go start another Amazon brand. Like, I would never sell or sign a non-compete clause on Amazon. Like, if I had a supplement brand for like apple cider vinegar gummies and I sold that brand and they were like, hey, you can't sell apple cider vinegar gummies for X amount of years. Okay, fine. I would sign that non-compete. But if they were like, hey, we want to buy this company, but you just can't sell on Amazon for the next X years, I wouldn't take it, because I would just find a buyer who would still let me sell on Amazon. And Amazon is the bread and butter. I can start with one friend. You can, but be very weary of starting a business with a friend. I just made a video about this, and one of my buddies who does social media made a video about it somewhat similar. But just because somebody is your friend does not mean that you should go start a business with them. A lot of people, and I don't think he's in the live right now, but one of my students left a comment on that video that I made about like starting a business with a business partner or something. And he was like, so many people think that you should start. Sounds like there's a baby inside of my place right now. It's like right outside my window, but I'm on the top floor. I don't know what's going on. Is my window open? I think my window is open. Is it worth going downstairs to close it? We'll see if it yaps down. Anyways, what was my thought process? Oh yeah. So people think like, oh, I should go launch with a friend because they're my friend and this is going to be really fun. No, don't give up equity in your business, in a potential business, just because somebody's your friend. I remember I used to think that I was the type of person who always needed somebody else in order to start something. Like I would tell my buddies, bro, we should start this business. We should do this. And I wanted to partner up with someone because I thought, okay, it would take off some of the load from me. But once you learn Amazon and start learning the game, you should never get a business partner for a role that you can hire. Like if your friend is really good at product research and you're like, I'm going to give away 50% of my business so they can do the product research for me. You can just hire somebody to do the product research or learn yourself. Like, no, don't give it that away. Don't give away equity in your business because it all sounds fun and dandy when you're not making money. But then when you are making money, you're giving away an X percentage. Also, just because someone's your friend doesn't mean you should start a business with them, because I feel like more often than not, people aren't willing to put their best foot forward when it comes to business. Like one of my buddies is going through this right now, and I had advised him, do not get a business partner. This is your idea. This is going to be your business baby. Do not go and do this. He's like, you know what? I think it's going to be fine. I hear what you're saying. I'm going to do it. Him and I were just on a call a couple of weeks ago. He's like, bro, I should have listened to you. I need to now buy out my business partner because I don't think that he's like, I'm putting my best foot forward, but I don't believe that he's putting his best foot forward, and it's starting to create friction in the business. So be very wary of business partners. Oe, thank you so much for the follow. So your program, is it something that I got to complete before I start selling, or sell as I learn? I always tell people to go through the entire program one time through and before they actually start, and then start going through it step by step. The only reason I recommend that is because, I've been doing this for a while. I would get students who would join, and it doesn't happen anymore because of, or at least often because of how I tell people to go about it. But people would join and they'd have questions already. And so they'd be like, bro, how do I negotiate with a supplier? I'm like, did you watch the program and the videos on how to negotiate with a supplier? No, not yet. Okay, well, go watch those videos and answer your question. Now, if people have questions after the fact for some reason, then that's different. But yeah, I do recommend people to go through the curriculum all the way through. By the way, y'all know spamming doesn't make me see the questions any faster. I'm up here on the questions and you guys are asking down here, and I don't see you asking down here. So you just continue to spam the questions, but it doesn't make me see it any faster because I'm still up here. How much money do I need to get started? Do you think starting with TikTok affiliate marketing? I mean, they're completely different things, bro. So, I mean, if you wanted to have a little side hustle, then that'd be up to you. Don't let some person on the internet tell you what you should do with your time and your money. But you would need about 3 to 6K USD to get started. Bond, thank you for sharing the live. Appreciate you. Why is it every time I upload a product it says sold out? I use auto drop shipping. You can't do drop shipping on Amazon. It's against their terms of service. Can you talk a little bit about product research? What about product research? Oh, like how to do product research or what? Because I used to use Helium 10, but now I'm starting to switch over and I'm using Data Dive for product research. I have a lot of videos on how to do it, as well as the criteria that I use as well. When I asked how much longer you're going to do it, I meant when do you see yourself retiring from it? The idea of retiring does not appeal to me. Yeah, the idea of retiring doesn't appeal to me. I like what I do. I like the game. It's kind of like you'll see like MMA fighters. There's some like and if you guys don't know MMA, this is going to be like speaking a different, because if someone was talking to me about football, I don't know football, so it sounds like gibberish to me. But like you have a fighter like Khabib, like he left on his terms. He still does his like the training and stuff like that for his students, but he went out on his terms. But what you notice is a lot of times in the like MMA community is like guys will retire, but then they'll just keep coming back. They keep coming back. They love the game. This is all they've known for years and years and years of their life. I'm almost like a MMA fighter of e-commerce. Like if I retired right now and was like, okay, you know what? I've made enough money in life, then I'm just gonna chill and not work. I would become unhappy. Not that saying that I couldn't go enjoy life. I enjoy life now. I have a blessed life. I love life. I've created a life where I can work and enjoy life. I've, in my opinion, enjoyed life than your average person, just because like your average person is, works a 9 to 5 their entire life, 40 hours a week. And then they maybe save up for one vacation every year, every other year or something like that. Like I'm out traveling, I'm doing my thing. I'm enjoying life. So the idea of retiring just does not appeal to me. It made me scroll down. So I'm going to go back up on the comments, but I like entertaining these comments sometimes. Course selling is the best source of income. I make 6 figures a month net on Amazon. I make 5 figures a month on the mentorship. So I actually make more selling on Amazon, number one. Number two, what people don't realize is it's still the 90% rule. So 90% of people who go and start a program, it's going to be absolute garbage. People are going to realize that it is garbage. A big part of it is word of mouth. They're going to get exposed for the stuff that they teach and all of these things. And then it does not become a fruitful thing. How many people who have had the same type of mentorship, because there's also some people who will go from like this to this to this to this, and they have a million different mentorship and course programs and stuff like that. But how many people have longevity in it? The ones who are doing it for a long extended period of time, they're obviously doing something right. And are there people who make more money from courses than the actual business? Yes. Are there also people who make more money from the actual business than a course or a program? Yes. Also, how do you think that I learned how to sell on Amazon? I learned from other successful sellers who made more money than me, and they taught me. I was not going to become the seller that I did today on a Google search. Even then, a Google search, you're going to land on a website and you're going to be given information from somebody who was likely an Amazon seller. So, all that being said, you got to understand the game. Can you explain how does the process work from beginning to end? I'll give you the main steps. Now there's things in between this, but step 1, create an Amazon seller account. Step 2, get a product research software, find a product to sell. Step 3, get that product manufactured. Step 4, have your manufacturer ship the inventory, Step 4, create a product listing and add the product to Amazon. Step 5, create a shipment and have your manufacturer send the product from them directly to Amazon's fulfillment centers. Step 6, start pushing for reviews, start advertising. Step 7, start selling. Tell it's between 3 to 5K. And working, it's between 3 to 5K. Yo, what up, Slimmy? When starting, does organic rank only come from ad sales or does it come from ad spend too? No, ad spend has zero to do with it. Like 0% to do with it. It comes from SEO, search engine optimization, and then leveraging PPC ads on top of that. But sales velocity drives rank. You can spend $1,000 on ads and get no sales, and it will not do anything for your rank. Fox, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you and everybody in the live asking questions. What up, sheep? How to become ungated on Starbucks. I don't do arbitrage or wholesale, but Amazon literally tells you how to get ungated. They'll tell you the requirements, how many products you need to order from an official wholesaler or distributor. But I launch my own brands. I don't have to get ungated. Had 6 sales yesterday and today's 0. This is so weird. The biggest thing that I can attribute this to is like if you're running like majority broad phrase and auto campaigns, and you don't have a lot of rank campaigns, that's going to be a big factor. And then 2, if your organic rank isn't up, that's also going to be a factor. In which of those steps you just explained you optimize the product? Between product research and getting the product manufactured, you would come up with differentiators, do some product development, and then work on making the product that you launch better. Is it lagging for anybody else besides Unhinged and Georgios? That's how it is. I had 12 one day while on vacation and 0 the next day. So again, this is the biggest thing is the 2 things that I mentioned to you guys. Your lack of organic rank. And then if you're running a majority like a broad phrase and auto campaigns, you have to think of how those campaigns work. You're not bidding on the exact same keywords every time. Like if you have water bottle in a broad campaign, you think that you're bidding on water bottle, but in reality, you're not. You're also bidding on bottled water, water bottle with straw, water bottle with lid. It's all within your search terms. So maybe one day you're not bidding on the same keywords in a broad campaign that you are the next day. Now, is there going to be some consistency throughout the days? Sometimes. No, I'm not going to restart the live, but I'm looking at my ping, and my ping is fine right now. So, yeah, but I'm not going to end the live. Y'all, if anything, just hop out of the live and come back in. Yeah, because it's lagging for some, but it's not lagging for others. If it was like on my end, it would be lagging for everybody. So y'all would have to just hop out, hop back in, and it'll get hopefully fixed. But yeah, I'm looking at my ping right now, and my ping is fine. When do you usually go live? Is there a schedule you go by? No, it's really whenever. Usually it's after 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but it really varies. When should I break a keyword out in its own single keyword exact match campaign? You should, when you're trying to build rank for that keyword. The thing is, I think this is something where you really have to understand PPC ads, because this is going to be a little bit more complex. So for the beginners, just bear with me really quickly. If you have 3 keywords in a campaign, in an exact match campaign, water bottle, metal water bottle, insulated water bottle, and then a majority of your clicks and sales are coming from the keyword water bottle, and you're like, well, I want that to be a single keyword campaign. People will turn that off in the campaign where it's performing well, and then go create a new campaign. That is not what you should do. That's going to affect your performance. I'm so interested, but I don't know if there's a fee to start. I mean, yeah, you do have to pay for an Amazon professional seller account. You do have to pay for inventory. So yes. And does it ask for education? No, it does not ask for education. Amazon doesn't care if you were a high school dropout, a college dropout, if you went to college, if you have a degree from Harvard, doesn't matter. Does not matter at all. I did not go to college. My highest level of education is high school. And then 2 years after I graduated high school, I started selling on Amazon. And I've been doing it for the last 6+ years now. Almost 7. We're getting close to that 7 mark. I turn on notifications to look out for your lives, but join late sometimes. Yeah, show, honestly, like, I don't know what's up with TikTok notifications. I used to always tell people to turn them on, but it's no point in doing it anymore, because like it's really like hit or miss. You'll either get a notification or you won't get a notification, even if I do go live. So that part is a bit unfortunate. Otherwise, there's so many people who have my live notifications on, but I got my first job this summer, saved up 1.1K. Hey, that's amazing, bro. Congratulations. I'm in the process of buying equipment for my detailing business. I love it. No idea. I don't know much when it comes to Amazon. I'm still a novice. What was the other thing that was said? Shouldn't be happening though, right? Sheep, did you hear the explanation that I gave as to why that is happening? It's not that it shouldn't be happening. There's a reason for it happening. That business will help me start Amazon. I love it, show. That's amazing. What is the most amount of reviews that you have on a product? 13,000. And then behind that, let me see. I know the biggest one is 13,000. And then there's another one with 5,000, another one with like 3,000. This one right here, 11,000. This one here, 6,000. And then what are my other top ones? Yes, sir, Unhinged. Like I said, I knew it wasn't on my end, bro. If everybody was saying that it was lagging, or like I saw that my ping was not good, then I would have restarted it. But another one with 3,500, another one with 2,400, another one with 1,900. So I'm up there in reviews. I'll turn 18 February 2026, and I should have enough saved to start then and there. I love it, bro. Congrats. Hey, so I got my supplier to pack the units in a larger carton of 4 units each. Do I need to palletize the shipment? No, you don't. You can just send it like that. Does it take a few years to get that amount of reviews, or are there review services? I never have used a review service. I do not recommend using a review service. 13K is insane. I dream of 100 one day, God willing. Does your freight forwarder charge you pickup fee for goods to pick up from your supplier? Yes. There, for the most part, it's like, anywhere from like 40 to $100. I did see one scenario with the freight forwarder, and I had to go back and be like, guys, are you sure this is the case? But it was $700 pickup fee, but it was 15,000 units, over 1,000 boxes, and it was a long haul pickup from China. So it wasn't like, oh, we're just going a few miles. It was like driving across the country because of where the manufacturer was. So that's the craziest I've seen, but that literally only happened once. And like I said, it was 15,000 units, which is a lot. Generally, you're looking at like 40 to $100. I want to quit my job when the business is making me more money than my job. What do you think? Yes, I agree with that. 15,000, you're doing numbers, bro. Yes, for sure. I've been in the game for a while, you guys. Good morning, Faith. What are your thoughts on this new annual CPC? Are you referring to like the CPC tests where Amazon is going to ask you to re-verify your product every year, Faith? I'll get to that in a second. Actually, no, since that was the question, let me get to that first. I actually like it. I'm a fan. Like when I started selling my supplement in 2019 on Amazon, stop it, Alex. I don't want none of that in the live. Alex is one of the students. He also loves to troll me every live. But when I started selling my supplement in 2019, Amazon didn't require to get a lab test done to sell supplements on their platform. And I was going up against a lot of Chinese competitors who were claiming to be made in the USA. Now, I did very good in that industry, but it was something that I always had to like combat. Like I was proving to people that the product was made in the US. I had lab tests done from a third-party lab in the US, all of these things. Because like almost imagine like vitamin B. I don't think vitamin B is yes, it is in milligrams. So like if it was vitamin B, mine would be like a standard, and my milligrams were pretty up there, but like, okay, ours is 600 milligrams. And you literally had Chinese manufacturers claiming that theirs was 15 million milligrams, like literally scientifically impossible to get 15 million milligrams of vitamin B. But people would buy because I can't say that on live, but just it's very silly. A lot of people don't think. But then Amazon introduced that you had to start doing lab tests, and they gave people like 6 months, and then they were going to remove any listing that didn't get a lab test done. I really liked it. So if you're doing things by the book, it's going to benefit you in the long haul, because there's going to be people who are trying to cut corners, and exactly, it's going to help get rid of the bad actors. So I'm a fan of it. For people who are doing things that they probably shouldn't be, then it's not going to be ideal for them, but that makes it good for all of us who are doing things by the book. So I think overall it's a positive thing. How do you find what products? I have a lot of videos on how to do product research and the criteria that I use, but you got to get a product research software, something like Data Dive or Helium 10. Some say use Alibaba, others say avoid. Thoughts? I think that the people who say avoid, I would like to know their reasoning behind this, because to say to avoid Alibaba would almost be like saying avoid buying your products on Amazon, right? And that's been a misconception to like maybe a small population, but people think Amazon is just a bunch of cheap products that Amazon sells, but they don't realize that it's a place where millions of sellers, including myself, go and sell their products. Alibaba is like the Amazon of manufacturers. So are there going to be not good manufacturers on Alibaba? Yes, but are there also going to be some of the top manufacturers in China on Alibaba because it's the largest manufacturing website in the world? Yes. So you have to vet your suppliers, but I think Alibaba is fine. How many PPC campaigns do you start on the launch? 3 to 5. For large shipments, does supplier put FNSKU on your products for free? Even for my small orders of 100 to 300 units, my manufacturer does it for free. But yes. Is it a good idea to rent storage and send the warehouse for save and long-term storage fees? This would depend on how many units you're buying, but on your first order, definitely not. As you start to scale, I wouldn't love the idea, but it's not necessarily a bad idea either. But I would just use AWD, Amazon Warehousing and Distribution. You'll pay less storage fees than you would if all of your inventory was sitting at FBA, and then you can just send your inventory from AWD to Amazon's fulfillment centers. Luke, got any advice for me besides reading the 10X rule? Already doing that as you told me to. Trial and error, brother. Just keep trying things. This is going to sound weird to people, but keep trying things, failing, and improving upon that, which I do think that you're already doing. But it goes back to like there comes a point where you just have to start testing different stuff. Business is all about testing what differentiator will work, testing what listing or main image will perform better, testing what infographics will perform better. So I think that you're at a stage of like action and maybe needing some extra help on the side, sheep. But outside of that, I think you're on the path, bro. Bicep curls or preacher curls? Well, technically, preacher curls are bicep curls. What makes preacher curls not bicep curls? How many products you include in a class when registering for a trademark? 1 at the start. I ordered product on Alibaba. Amazon won't take the receipts for generic product approval. Yeah, if you're doing wholesaler arbitrage, you can't buy products from Alibaba. I'm assuming that's what you mean, Salim. But yeah, that's a no-go from Amazon. I do private label, so I get my products from Alibaba all the time. Has the referral fee changed because I'm getting charged less than 15%? Did you get a trademark within your first 90 days of opening your seller account, Rihan? Because if you did, you're most likely getting a rebate on FBA fees at the moment. Gabriel, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you and everybody in the live. Make sure if y'all are not already following the page that you do for all of the Amazon content and to stay tapped into the lives that I do every day, giving all of you all of this free value when it comes to selling on Amazon. Not opening, but first private label launched. I used to do wholesale before. I mean, you can go check your your fee reports. I thought the rebate was 90 days before first listing. No, 90 days from opening your first seller account. Best tips on starting private label. It's boring. I give the same tips every time, but stick to the fundamentals and take action. The fundamentals being good product research, good differentiation, good listing strategy. How about for private label if we need generic brand approval, right? No, you don't need generic brand approval for private label. I missed it by 2 to 3 years. LMAO, all good, Patel. Yeah, I mean that new program that they added is honestly so great. I took advantage of it for the new Amazon account that I just made, and I will say that it helped out quite a lot. What do I do if I got a patent complaint? Well, are you impeding on somebody else's patent? Because if you actually are, then you would have to stop selling that product, or else they could take legal action against you. Now, if it's an invalid patent complaint, I would appeal it. How can I push for more reviews besides Helium 10's ad follow-up? Allegedly, friends and family. Yeah, I wish they had that when I started. Yeah, I mean, I wish they had that when I started my first brand, but I'm very happy that they have it and I was able to take advantage of it for the new brand. I find good products according to the numbers, but I go back and forth and never end up launching. Shiny object syndrome. I think that's more of analysis paralysis. Nobody, you got to just make a decision, brother. You got to be confident in the market and your differentiator and then get started. For my mock listing, I should mark product as generic, right? I don't have trademark yet. Either that or get a GTIN exemption, Patel. It's not a curriculum lesson, but there's a Zoom call on GTIN exemption. How many reviews should I get before starting ads? 10 to 15. Thinks you're right. Definitely in a trial and error phase right now, and taking the action as you said. Exactly, and that's all you can do. To be honest, it has been a wake up call for me. I always focused on the end goal, but kind of learning to dance in the rain right now. I really like that. I might use that at some point, Sheep. You got to learn how to dance in the rain. Everybody's scared of the storm, but sometimes you got to dance in the rain. Is the GTIN exemption required, or do you plan on brand registry before launch? No, it's not. You could always set it as generic and then get it changed later. My product is high ticket. Would it be fine if I started with less than 10 reviews? I don't. It depends. Like if you have an insane differentiator, you can maybe get away with it. Like one of my students is doing it right now. He has 6 reviews, but he has like arguably one of the best differentiators I've seen a student launch. To be honest, and he's doing really well. He has a high ticket item kind of like that, and he's doing well. And I think he's going to do significantly better once he gets more reviews. But if you have an average differentiator, then no, I think 10 is going to matter. And you're going to see an increase in your Amazon conversion the more your reviews stack. Didn't see these till now. I wasn't on my YT screen, but CH, what up? M1, what up? Good to see you both. Sorry, I wasn't on the YT live. Okay, got it. Thanks. Of course. I think that as more time passes with Amazon, we're seeing differentiation matter more and more and more and more. Like people get scared, oh, this competition or this market or blah, blah, blah. When in reality, like have a better differentiator. Add value to the market. I said this earlier on live, but when you're shopping for a product on Amazon, I'll use this example, a blender. Are you going to care about the cheapest? I do, CH. It's in the YTE bio. But are you going to care about the cheapest blender? Or are you going to care about the one that has a multi-function, is the best quality? It can make a smoothie, a milkshake, make you snack, salsa, all of these things. I'm not even going to entertain that comment. Wait, why did TikTok change their live? Oh, there we go. Yeah, we're just not going to entertain that. What is your typical pricing strategy when launching a new product? I launch at the price that I want to sell the product at. Maybe you can drop it by like 5-10%, but I will typically test my price that I want to launch at. If I need to try to push rank a little bit more, then maybe I'll drop the price a little bit. But like I launched a new product recently and our price is $49.99 and I am selling it at $49.99. And in terms of like where do you price your product, it depends on the product market, it depends on your differentiator, it depends on the value that you're adding to that product. So There's going to be multiple different factors in this. I don't need to get products ungated, bro, because I do private label. So it is not a requirement for me to do that. What's missing here? Confusion. Can you explain the ranking? Like where your product appears on Amazon. Wait, hold on, sorry. Where your product appears on Amazon. So is it like on page 1? Is it at the top of page 1? Is it at the bottom of page 2? That is what your rank is. Well, Alec, I could care less whether you believe me or not, brother. So that's the beauty of it. I don't think people. I was just talking to somebody about this. It's 99% positive. So 99.9% of you. I'm not talking to you. But the 0.1%, like this comment, I don't do this to prove to anybody. If you want the information for free, like I give it on these lives, awesome. If you're trying to learn, awesome. If you don't believe me, then it makes no difference to me. I don't lose any sleep over it. It doesn't make my bank account grow any less. How much to invest in private label? I'd say 3 to 6K USD. Luke, what will you do when you want to get out of the Amazon game? Will you just sell the brands? Bro, I don't see myself ever stopping. I don't think you were in the live for this earlier, Sheep, but even if I sold every brand that I have right now, I would just go start another Amazon brand. Like this is the game that I know. I love this game. So, and it doesn't require that much work. I could be 50 sitting up at a beach in Thailand and still be making money, barely working. I don't even want to entertain these comments today. Sometimes I'm really down to go argue with the busters, but I don't think so. I just block them, or not. I don't even block them. I just mute them, and they can sit in the live like a good little boy or girl. We don't discriminate. What's your thoughts on the jewelry category, such as silver things? I would avoid silver. I would avoid jewelry at all costs. Walmart and eBay are good too. I don't think Walmart is there. I would not call Walmart good. I despise. We sell our products on Walmart too. I despise Walmart with a passion, and it's not because I don't think Walmart doesn't have the potential. Like Walmart accounts for I think 6% of e-commerce market share. eBay actually accounts for more market share than Walmart does. Obviously, Walmart dominates in the retail space, but Walmart just has so much potential. So much potential. Like if they just put more effort, Walmart has horrible third-party sellers. Yeah, if Walmart just put more effort, they're a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate. If they put more effort towards their online platform, I think that they could literally more than double their market share. I think they could capture more than 10% of e-commerce market share just because of the brand name Walmart. But it is the worst. If y'all think that Amazon is bad and Amazon seller support is bad and you have trouble on Amazon, Walmart is just the worst. TikTok has a better online e-commerce experience than Walmart. So I even though we have our products there, I will openly and always talk about how terrible Walmart is. eBay is a completely different game. eBay is more for reselling, but eBay is cool if you're a reseller of things. Well, answered that. Do you have a video showing how you choose keywords for your PPC campaigns? Yes, I do. What products do you have out right now? Well, for obvious reasons, I don't share the exact products that I sell. Here's how much money I make on Amazon. Also, here are the products that I sell for all of you guys to go copy. But we have health and household, office products, baby products, toys and games, home decor, home and kitchen, a few others, but those are really the main ones that drive a 90+% of the revenue. Jason, thank you so much for the follow. Hey, Luke, are you open to partnering up on another seller who owns 20+ brands, mainly dietary supplements? Probably not, bro. I just made a video about this, Ego, and I wish you nothing but the best. If you have 20 supplement brands, that's amazing, bro. But at the end of the day, like, capital isn't really an issue for me. Like, if I wanted to go start another supplement brand, then I would. And I would say supplements, home and kitchen, baby products, toy products. Those are like the top four. I wish I could call them the Trinity but they're four. But that is the holy grail of what I sell. And I don't necessarily like, what would a partner bring to the table? Like, and I don't mean this in a mean way. Like, I think everybody should think like this, but I have distribution and manufacturing for all of those things. I have the marketing knowledge. I have the product development knowledge. I have the connections with my shipping company, my sourcing company, my inspection company, my listing creation service. So there's really not much. The only time that it would actually even make sense is if I was getting more value than somebody who wanted to come and partner. Like you had, and even then I would be weary. I probably would not partner with somebody that I did not know. But somebody had a brand and they were doing 10 million in revenue, and they were like, hey, Liz, or 5 million even. They're like, hey, we'll give you a percentage. We'll give you equity in the business. But we want you to help us take it to the next level. Like, then it's like, okay, but somebody who has like 20 supplement brands and they're trying to get them off the ground, or they're just getting started, I can go start a supplement brand. And I don't mean that in a mean, or like, don't mean to say it in like a rude way or anything like that, but I'm also very just straight to the point. Do you mentor private labeling? I do, but this all categories in the same account? No, they're not. Different accounts. I do not need a video editor, bro. So having specific niche doesn't matter. Well, this account is all health and household. I have another brand that is all home and kitchen. I have another brand that is all toys and baby products. And then, I have two that are home and kitchen. And then I have one that is all baby and toys. And then I have another that is just everything, anything and everything under the sun. It's like a Kirkland kind of brand. Or Johnson & Johnson. They just sell everything. I'll give Walmart a couple of years. They going to streak like Amazon. Bro, I don't see it happening. I really don't. I hopped on Walmart for the first time in 2020, a year after I started selling on Amazon. And I even thought, okay, they're going to figure this out. They're going to, so my timer started in 2020. I was like, they're going to invest more in their online platform and they're going to start taking more market share. No, 5 years later, they haven't done anything, which is unfortunate because, like I said, I do think they have potential. Do you recommend private label? I do. I do have different storefronts for each account. I've made videos about this, why I have different accounts and all of that stuff. which is why y'all make sure that you're following so that you can stay up to date with all the things that I talk about. Obviously, I post so much content. I don't expect everybody to watch every single one of my videos. For those who do, respect. Y'all are real ones. All you trademark registered in all those niches, you sell products that are performing well? Yes. Here on TikTok or YT? On TikTok. So I post a majority. I post like 4 to 5 videos a day on TikTok, but TikTok I don't know. I don't even want to speak on it because every time I speak on it, I'm wrong. I'm pretty right about a lot of things. This TikTok thing, I'm very wrong about. We don't know if TikTok's going to be here for in the next 2 days. Apparently, there's a framework for a TikTok deal. But if TikTok goes in the US, y'all, bye. Y'all catch me on YT. So I post the majority of my content here, but my second favorite social media and platform is YT. I can't say the full word, but kind of guess what you think YT is. Bro, I gotta bounce. These sleepless nights are getting to me. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, brother. Always good to see you. And really quick, we've been given an hour of straight value, so this is my shameless plug part. Obviously, I post a lot of content on the TikTok page and the YT page. I also go live there. But anyways, for those who wanted a more in-depth guide and to have me as their mentor, it is not just a course because you guys, first off, AMZ Masterclass in the TikTok bio. And if it was just a course, this is what you would get. This first point, 100 step-by-step video guides. But I've built out a full ecosystem for Amazon sellers. Everything from our private community, weekly group coaching calls, a one-on-one call with me, direct access to me, our freight forwarder, where on average students save 30 to 50% on shipping, product selection, where I'll select your product for you, our listing creation service, our PPC Masterclass, the most in-depth guide on PPC ads out there. We also have our product inspection, bookkeeping, Amazon AI software, sourcing service, our trademark service, and all of that is lifetime access. And for those who did want that in-depth guide, you guys could also watch this video. We're actually changing this video probably later today, but you'd click, yes, I want to apply. You would go through this 60 to 120 second questionnaire, actually fill it out proper, never do what I'm doing because you're going to be getting on a free clarity call. Oh, I got to do a puzzle to stay on live. Hold on. You're going to be getting on a free clarity call with my team. Team will be able to answer any questions that y'all have, but fill this out. I'm going to hide this part so I don't dox my phone number and email. And if you qualify, because we do deny 90+% of people who apply for this, you will be taken to this page here. Like I said, this is a free onboarding and clarity call. My team will help create a strategy for your unique situation, see if the program is right for you, see if Amazon is right for you, and answer any questions that you have about the program. You'll be talking to my guy, Adam. Adam is the man, AMZ Masterclass student, Amazon seller, and he speaks for me. But we have been given an hour of straight value. So make sure that y'all go show some love to my last few videos, and make sure if you guys did want to have me as a mentor and all the things that I've built for my students, that you check out the AMZ Masterclass in the TikTok bio. But I will see you all, God willing, tomorrow. I hope you have a blessed one, and I will see you soon. Why would you leave TikTok again, Luke?